So you're thinking about making the move to Carlsbad, California, right here in North San Diego County. Well, in this video, we're gonna explore everything there is about living in Carlsbad. We're gonna explore the shops, the beaches, the streets. We're gonna take a look at neighborhoods, different homes and different price points at different budgets so you can see if it fits you. And we're gonna really just try to soak in the lifestyle. What's it like right here on the ground, exploring the shops, the restaurants, the bars, everything, so that you know exactly what it feels like to be in Carlsbad, California, in North San Diego County. So if that's what you're looking for, well, we're gonna get after it right now. I'm Dan Beer, and we're looking to help you make a smooth move, whether it be to Carlsbad or anywhere across San Diego County. Remember to subscribe to the page, tap that bell for notifications, and every single day we get messages, phone calls, texts, and held Zooms from people just like you looking to make the move. So wherever we can help make real estate easy, you let us know. All right, guys, so here we are in Carlsbad. I'm gonna head down to the beach, show you what that all looks like. This is that multi-directional crosswalk. You guys know me, you know that I love it. There's a lot of fun facts about Carlsbad that are little known. So first of all, the world's first skate park was built right here. And I'm gonna repeat that because of that bus. So let's let it go through. It's not a bus, it's a big semi. The world's first skate park, okay, you can hear me now. The world's first skate park was built right here in Carlsbad. Local Tony Hawk, of course, has been there, and there's just a rich outdoor sports history. Of course, tons of surf shops and everything else now. But even one of the world's longest running triathlons originated right here in Carlsbad. This is kind of cool. This is a little house, little tiny house. It's sort of in the middle of all of this redevelopment that's happened over the years. Kind of right next to a place like this, Fresco, which has all kinds of great food, pizza, etc., and just a really nice environment. But that little house is sort of just tucked in there, so there's an owner waiting to get their fair share right once they finally let that go, or they just might never. And it makes a really good rental for them. But you see right here at Fresco, 264 Fresco is a nice location where they have this outdoor space. And this really becomes a nice gathering area for families, for events, for businesses that'll rent all of that out. And then you see the upstairs where they have that rooftop. And of course, they're looking down on the ocean. So really just a place, again, with a lot of outdoor activity. It'd be really common for you to see cyclists coming all the way up from Del Mar through Solana Beach and Encinitas, all the way up through Carlsbad and into Oceanside, and it's just an active place. So with that, let's just go in about another block, and as soon as we get right there, that's the beach entry to Carlsbad State Beach. We'll take a quick look at that, and then we're gonna head right back up. Gonna hit the shops, gonna hit the streets, give you a sense of a few different locations just so that you know what it looks like, feels like right here on the ground. And as always, we just try to make it so that you feel like you're right here, whether you're already in San Diego County and looking to make a move and change neighborhoods, or of course, if you're thinking about making the move here from out of state, out of city, wherever it might be, we wanna take all the mystery away. All right, really quickly, we're here on Carlsbad State Beach at a public access point, and I want to just talk about the location. In a moment, we're going to walk up, we're going to go through all the shops, the restaurants, all of it, which, by the way, we just walked down from. So great location in terms of the life of Carlsbad relative to the beach. It really is a rich beach town. You'll absolutely love it. From a proximity to the airport standpoint, let's just start there. It's about 35 minutes to the airport. We're only about 5 minutes from Oceanside, and in fact, you should look on our channel. We have an Oceanside video that is also coming out or has just been put out, so look for that. Carlsbad is also in really close proximity to Encinitas. In fact, it's just north of Encinitas, which has also been highlighted here on the channel, and then Solana Beach, and then of course we have our really popular Del Mar video so that you want to make sure you take a look at. So it's a really integral, just important part of the coastline, and it's become one of the nicest locations, really, really popular for vacationers. In fact, a lot of San Diegans will take their vacations right here, do a little in-town staycation in Carlsbad. So with that, just want to give you a look at Carlsbad State Beach. It is gorgeous. It's a great day. And by the way, I should mention it's November. So I'm here in my little, just long sleeve work shirt, but obviously there's people just laying out, playing volleyball, surfing, and it is 365 days of life across San Diego County and definitely right here in this neighborhood. So with that, let's head up, let's check out the shops, and we'll see you right there. All right, here we are. We just walked up Carlsbad Village Drive, and we're about to hit State, where I'm gonna take a left, and there's awesome everything going on right here. Okay, so you have the Blue Water Grill across the street, but you have this totally just funky cocktail bar. It's a great spot too. It's a really nice place to get together with friends, and it's just always a good energy here. And then you see right here you have Choice, which is a juice shop, and this really great space that's kid-friendly, dog-friendly. So this really gives you a feel for what Carlsbad is like on a daily basis. Across the street you have Blues and Shoes, so a nice little boutique store there. Check out the chocolate bar right behind us, and of course Carlsbad Village Music. So really a cool shop. I would encourage you to walk into whenever I can. I head in there and just look around. It's a great little spot. Back behind me you see there's a farmer's market going on right now, and so let's go and check it out right here. By the way, I'll try to make an effort also across the street. For example, there's a crepe store that's great. My kids love heading over there. And they're winding down the farmer's market now, but you get a sense for what it looks like, or excuse me, they're just winding it up. And it's a lot of fun. So there's just always life and people. It's busy, but it's busy in kind of this interesting laid-back way, right? It's not a busy that's a Manhattan busy. Okay, it's just a really organic, I don't mean organic food, though I'm sure some of it is, but I mean organic lifestyle in terms of the people that are here, that are shopping. Like it's something that everyone in the neighborhood comes out and does, and there's just this really wonderful thing about Carlsbad in that it's a big place, it covers a lot of ground, but it hasn't lost that neighborhood feel. It hasn't lost that neighborhood feel whatsoever. So this is a really cool shop right here, by the way, that I just want to point out, this donut spot. So if you're into donuts, you want to go to the goods, like, do not miss that. I will absolutely be taking something home from there. And then you get a feel right here for just kind of these really great spots. Barrel Republic, little brewery type spot. A lot of great life in here. Now, let me point this out. Ladies, if you're into and looking for a great boutique, this is the Dollhouse. It's an awesome spot. Hi, how are you? Love your store. My wife's a big fan. So you'll want to visit this place. Here's the sign, just so you remember it's the Dollhouse. So gives you a nice sense, hopefully, of just what it's like. You see, there's really not any trash on the ground. It's fairly clean. Vigolucci's, by the way, is a really, really good Italian spot. Now, that is, I guess you could call it a chain in that there's a few of them around San Diego County. I'm not sure if they have them outside San Diego County, but I've always thought of it as a local establishment, been around since the 90s, and it's just done really well because the food is really good. So Carlsbad actually has 2 of them, and then, of course, you'll find them down in the metro area, which in Hillcrest, where they have one there. So that place. So if you're coming to the farmer's market, this place right here at Cocoa Bear, organic Thai coconuts, that's the spot. Do not forget that one. And as we break out here from the farmer's market, come by another Italian restaurant, Via Vai, right here. And then check out how this opens up really nicely. Just the trees and the look. It's these nice, that you come out of there and you're in these nice wide streets. You'll see kind of just the maturity of these trees. They're a lot bigger, lusher, just more grown out than what you're gonna find a lot of the time across the county. That's kind of fun. A bus with my face on it just drove by. And why don't we do this? I'm gonna walk up just a little bit further, give you a look at the other side of the street. And hopefully that gives you a good sense of what just it feels like, looks like right here on the ground, taking a look at the stores, the shops. And then what we'll do is we're gonna head out to 3 homes. So I've selected 3 homes for you that have recently sold. And those 3 homes at different price points, different sizes. And of course, there is so much diversity in terms of the real estate available in Carlsbad, from condos, the townhomes, the mega mansions, and everything in between. But I'm gonna do my best effort to just show you 3 distinct type of properties distinct locations within Carlsbad and really nice suburbs and subdivisions that just make up that daily life when you're not enjoying all that is right here. But give you another look at all of this. Here's a really nice little coffee shop behind me, and it's just that over and over and over, so it's hard to get tired of it. It's genuinely the type of place where you could come, whether you're headed to the Shore House Kitchen here, any of the coffee shops, the restaurants. There's a fabulous restaurant called Campfire that I would recommend you absolutely go to. And there's one of the best French restaurants in town, but I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I will fail. That, by the way, is a rockin' ice cream store, and you'll always see lines outside of Handel's. They have a few, or Handels. I always call it Handel's because I have a college friend, Mike, OTU, Mike Handel. So I call it Handel's. But anyway, it's called Handel's. And the original was in Encinitas, by the way. Also, I mean, just lines around the block, okay? They ended up not renewing the name because they said, hey, we have so many patrons now that we just will go ahead, switch the name to something else. Well, guess what? Not as successful anymore. And Handel's, however, is now in Carmel Valley. They have them here. They have them in Oceanside. So it's become really just a successful ice cream spot. And then I'll give you a look at Lofty. So there's also a Lofty in downtown in the Little Italy area. But this is one of the really just successful coffee shop local chains. I hate calling it a chain because it really is local, but they're growing. They're growing, so they're putting more of it out. There's a taco spot that I have not been to, but it looks good. And you know, that's the thing. You're never going to go to everything that's here because there really is just too much. Flower shop right here that you could pick up on your way home. And here, this is worth stopping for. So Nick's on State. There's a great restaurant. It's called Nick's. Well, there's now Nick's on State. There's Nick's. They're starting to put out all these like Nick's on something. For example, in Newport Beach, they have Nick's, and then they have their Nick's on. I forget what theirs is called. So all those are a little bit different, the Nick's on versions, but they're all delicious. This is the one that's right here. And if you're looking for a Nick's, you can find one in Carmel Valley. So, oh, was that a boba shop? So I'd never noticed this place before, but here's a really cool little boba shop if you're into that. Little quiet spot to go and hang out. And here's that restaurant that I mentioned that is absolutely delicious. This is Campfire. So take it from me and just make sure you do this. If you do go to Campfire, order whatever you want. A lot of their food is good. But once you get to the dessert, make sure that you get their s'mores. They bring it out in this way that literally makes you feel like you're at a campfire. You're cooking s'mores right on your table. It's a really fun experience. If you go with your kids, it's awesome. But mostly what you see is a whole bunch of adults just in full nostalgia going back and just enjoying that. All right, we've just walked up State Street. We were down on the beach. It's time for us to transition out to the neighborhoods. Let's go take a look at those 3 properties, different price points, different areas, so you get a feel for what it really looks like, feels like when you wake up in the morning and you're in your new Carlsbad home. Let's get out there. All right, hold on. I know I told you I was heading out to the homes, and we will in just a second, but I forgot to bring you over here to Pure Project. So this is this is one of the best breweries and in the county. It's fun. There's always people out here. This is I just want to encourage you to make a visit here. It always has great energy, great beer, but it's just really good sitting around, people watching. You'll see families, colleagues, friends, everybody and anybody getting together. This, by the way, just behind me right here, I want to make sure I just showed you this also. So this is where the coaster shows up. So if you're gonna take the train, you want to get downtown, you want to go up to LA or Santa Barbara, you can run up that way. And I'm gonna just take a quick little run up here because when we were at Campfire, I should have walked up the alley because there's a little wine cellar that I want to make sure that I point out to you. And it's just one of those spots a lot of people miss because, well, they just don't know about it. There's no street frontage to it. We're coming in through the backside, and I just want to give you a look at this little wine cellar, and it just kind of illustrates one of the things I love about Carlsbad, and really a lot of what I love about a lot of the different San Diego neighborhoods is there's always just something around the corner where just when you think you know a place, there's more, there's a lot to be discovered, and so it's a lot of fun. So here you see that sign right there, Campfire. On the back of the building, I showed you the front of the building earlier. Had we taken a little stroll up, see, we were just over there on the street. had we taken a stroll up, here's what we would have ran into. Check this out. So, look at that. Isn't that cool? This is a really great little wine shop. See people drinking their flights of wine, doing their tastings. There's an amazing aroma here that I wish you could experience alongside me. And then over there, of course, is where we were just a minute ago. So now finally we are going to head out to those homes. Let's take a look at what your money will get you. Let's go take a look at those 3 different properties, 3 different neighborhoods, 3 different price points, and we're gonna go out there right now. All right, guys, we're at 725 Oak Ave, and this is a contemporary 3-story townhome with a 2-car garage that just recently sold for $1.5 million, $1,495 to be exact. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 2-car garage, like I said, and we're in walking distance of everything that we saw today. So this is an idea of new construction west of the 5, okay, the 5 freeway. And you'll always hear in San Diego, are you west of the 5, east of the 5, especially as it relates to beach locations like this. And west of the 5 is always just going to be more expensive, less space, less land, and land's at a premium. A lot of nice new construction like what you see back here, and then also some older properties like what you see over on this side or right on that corner across the street from that really nice new construction and this property. Of course, it had all modern amenities, new kitchens and flooring. I mean, it's brand new construction, so it's done really, really nicely. And of course, there isn't any dedicated outdoor yard space just because it's very much urban. While it might seem like a quiet street, most of everything that I've just shown you today, it's all accessible in walking distance just down that way. And that's an idea of what 1.5 will get you west of the 5. But now I'm going to take you east of the 5 to more traditional suburbs, more traditional neighborhoods, so that you get a sense of where your money will take you out there. And it'll give you really good contrast and a good feel for how space expands as we head on east. All right, we've just moved over east of the 5, and I'm bringing you to a property that I think is really interesting for me to show you because it's about the same price point as what we just saw west of the 5. So you're gonna see contrast, and you're gonna see exactly just how it's different there and here. So the first thing that is just immediately obvious is the size of the house. Okay, so the home that we're gonna look at right now sold for $1,580 just a very short time ago. $1,580,000, which is about $85,000 more than the one we just saw. But the one we just saw was a 3-bedroom with 1,700 and some square feet. This house has 3,600 square feet. So it's like twice the size of the house that we're seeing now. It's also a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, and it has a pretty good sized yard to it. So I'm gonna walk you up right here so you can take a look at the property. And it just kind of tells you and gives you a really strong sense of, wow, how far money will go on this side of the 5 freeway versus on that side. That side, of course, being west, this side being east. And there's the property. It was also sold, by the way, with fully owned solar on the property already. It's not nearly as upgraded, I will say, as the one that we just took a look at. So the one we saw west of the 5, that new construction townhome, was more upgraded, but this property still offers just so much more space. It was sold with a nice big yard, though not really built out, and it didn't really have all the work done to it yet. So there's still some investment that will likely go into that. Having said that, they have a really nice western exposure. They have an east-facing door, and it's just significantly more property than what you're gonna see on that side. So with that, I'm gonna just give you a last little look at what this neighborhood looks like. You are, I should mention, off of a fairly busy road. Okay, so Tamarack, which is over there, is a fairly busy road. But it's the kind of neighborhood where you're gonna get some homes that are like the one at the end of the cul-de-sac, still a little on the old side and haven't been really renovated. But you see this one right here that's got a ton of work into it and has been fully revitalized. So that's what we're gonna find here at this price point in this location, because I also should mention we're still in really close proximity to the beach, okay? We only drove 5 minutes to get here. So this is very much still a coastal location, tons more space just by crossing the freeway. Now let's go to a newer neighborhood, newer suburb, still here in Carlsbad, so you can see what happens as we move into just newer construction east of the 5 freeway and in the single family home range. All right, with us approaching the third house, I do want to mention really quickly that from a feature standpoint, we haven't even talked about the fact that Legoland is here in Carlsbad, one of the best attractions for kids really anywhere across Southern California. So you don't want to miss Legoland. It's awesome. My kids have enjoyed it from when they were 5 years old to 8 years old and going. So really worth checking out. Also from a golfing standpoint, a couple of the really great golf courses in San Diego County are here. One is a public course called The Crossing, so I'd encourage you to check it out. By the way, it's tough, so stay out of the canyons, which will be hard to do. But also Aviara. Aviara is actually it's a prime golf course. In fact, the Ladies PGA Tour goes through Aviara every single year. It's, I guess you could call it a semi-private, but it's really a public course. Anyone can get on, but they do sell memberships. So make sure you check that out. Aviara is part of Carlsbad. And I just wanted to make sure to mention that, along with the fact that Topgolf has just announced that they are going to be opening up a location right here in Carlsbad. So a lot going on. Make sure you check those things out. And don't forget, you could also go jet skiing and all kinds of things in the Batiquitos Lagoon. There's just a lot of, like I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, a lot of great outdoor activities. So make sure you take advantage of them. With that, let's get out and look at this final home. All right, we're in Seaside Heights, and it's a really beautiful neighborhood. So you'll notice that the quality and consistency of just every home, one to the next, it's a lot more consistent than the other areas that we've looked at so far in Carlsbad. It's quiet, it has a ton of mature landscaping. You see the size of these trees. It's really just a beautiful neighborhood. We're gonna be looking at a house that's just here back behind me, and I'll take you over there right now, but just want to give you a little bit more look at the street. And so this is an area where, by the way, this home feeds into award-winning Pacific Rim Elementary School. It's just a highly desired place to live. So here, let me take you over to the subject property. And what you're going to find is, and it's interesting just in relationship to where we just were. So we have the same 3,000-ish square feet. This one's 3,082 square feet, so not very different from the home that we just saw. In fact, smaller than the home we just saw. Price doesn't jump up very much, 1,855, despite the fact it is a little bit smaller, but it's still a 5-bedroom home. And what I really wanted to take note on is the elegance of the home, the elegance of the property. So this is the subject property right here. This home just sold a very short time ago for $1,855. It's a 3,082 square foot property. Give you a good look at it right there. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, and it's from the standpoint of just, sure, maybe you lose a tiny bit of square footage off of what we were just at, but from a spacing standpoint, an elegance standpoint, you know, the space from one neighbor to the other, how quiet the street is, how fast these homes will sell. What really is happening is we've just simply moved further east. And as you move further east, you're gonna get this newer construction. They did advertise this as having a low HOA, right? So it's, I believe, $95 or so, the HOA here. I'll confirm that exact number for you, but it's in the 90s. I know that 100% fact. And that is a low HOA. You have neighborhoods across San Diego County that have HOAs of 150 and 200 and 300 and 500. So remember, as I've mentioned in so many of our videos, a lot of our neighborhoods will have those fees. This one has a low HOA. The homes I've shown you previously here in Carlsbad, they don't have it at all. In terms of the features of this home, let me take you inside and you can see what's going on there. It does have wood flooring throughout the majority of the property. The kitchen is updated, but I don't know, kind of bordering on needing to be updated again. So let's call it half updated. Biggest features really are it has a nice yard, it has a beautiful koi pond, and most importantly, off those balconies on the back of the house, a big view out toward the ocean. So you get some really nice ocean views. You get a beautiful street, and you get one of San Diego's most coveted locations, which in general is living in Carlsbad. Here, it kind of tucks you more into that lifestyle of being closer to the golf courses, closer to the job centers, all the office parks that are here, and the much more of a suburban look and feel than where we were earlier. So again, this is Seaside Heights in Carlsbad, and I've decided I'm going to take you very quickly to a bonus fourth property just so you could see what you can get really close by at under $1 million. All right, here we are at the bonus fourth property. I just really want to show you what you can get in the area, still in the Aviara School District, which has the same namesake as the golf course where the Ladies PGA Tour comes through. Awesome location, but what you could get for well under $1 million. In fact, this is $820,000. It is a townhome, so it would be hard to find single family built after the year 2000 in Carlsbad. At this price point, but it's a townhome. It has a great 2-car garage. It has 3 bedrooms, has 3 baths, 1,232 square feet. And so there you get a feel and a sense of what you would have. You still have beautiful sliding doors, really nice hard surface floors, updated kitchen. Though one thing that you do need to be aware of is there is a $300 a month HOA fee for this townhome development. So there you have it. We're here in Carlsbad. We're done. I'm gonna go relax. And if there's anything we can do to help you make a smooth move, whether it be right here in Carlsbad, California, or anywhere across San Diego County, we're here to help you do that and to make real estate easy. I'm Dan Beer. I'll see you on the next one.